Well, it's finally happened. I've dived so deep into the dumpster that I may have just found the worst Souls-like on Steam. With of course bonfires, rolling, clearly Estus, MLG's Zweihander, burning child, and locking onto enemies. Even though it doesn't bear the tag of Souls-like, and look, I'm not a professional, this guy is. But my god, this is unexplainable. The trailer on its own, I have no idea what's going on. This game is called Dark Days Devil Hunt. It goes for this price, and you know what? Jumping in straight away, it doesn't seem all too bad. I mean, it actually has settings. Although granted, as we'll see later, most of the settings are in-game. But actually, jumping into the game, you may notice that it's a little bit more than cursed. My back, I tell you what, man, this career is not good for your back. Just sitting all day. Oh, we're in. I was just
Father,
talking oh.
When will we go fishing? I am waiting for you.
Harry, how hasty are you? Well, follow me.
I miss my mom so much, Dad, you know? I wish my mom was with us right now.
She was a strong woman and loved you very much, Harry. I miss her too.
I'll catch the biggest fish. I am very excited.
You've got a surprisingly large head for a child. I'm a Viking, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm a Viking. This looks like a Viking hall. You can see, the shields are backwards on the wall. There's a lot of detail here, a lot of things around, but the graphics already, it feels like I'm playing something from 2012, 2011. These chairs are backwards. Why are all the chairs facing away from the table? Right, well, I guess we got to go outside into this beautiful wilderness. It looks very blue and icy. Get out of the way, Harry. The tale of father and son. This reminds me of another game where it's snowy and you play as a man who has a child. My god. Okay, this is, yep. Let me guess. I'm pretty sure that's a bonfire. It looks like Lego bricks, and I've just lit it from over here. We're playing Dark Souls. This is Dark Souls. Oh god, this is God of War as well. God of War Dark Souls. So you could rest in this game. Ooh. There's not really anything. Yeah, okay. Just save, load game. I'm sure we could do a lot of saving and loading. I really hope this is not one of those. Oh, okay. Well, escape brings up the menu. We have equipment. I'm pretty damn sure I've seen this before in MA3. Okay, there are settings. The settings menu. We got gameplay, a lot of stuff. I feel like there's more stuff here. You can even, like, show blood. We got all this stuff here, but on the main title screen, there was basically no, I mean, there was stuff, but there wasn't enough stuff. Graphics, it has just disappeared. It's gone, and it's slowly coming back. Right, I've not even started this game and it's already broken. Can my child survive fire? It looks like Harry's not flammable. By the way, I've already noticed something kind of annoying, and look, if I turn and have a look at my character here, right, and I just leave it for a second, it will just, there we go. It will just kind of bring you back around here. I have no idea what's going on with the UI. Is that mana? I don't know. Is that health? I don't know. Is that health? And is that mana? I don't know. What are these balls? No idea. Are these spells? Can I use any spells? Okay, apparently one is to attack, but one is not to spell. This right up here, I think is meant to be a mini-map, but all it is just a camera pointing down with high FOV. I tell you what though, it does look really nice, like some parts of it, like the water. I don't know where they got it from, but it looks really, really cool. Like, all the boats are sinking, and Harry's walking on water, which leads me to believe... Yeah, well there you go. If it wasn't the UI, if it wasn't this mini-map, if it wasn't the weird text-to-speech, Walking on Water confirmed that this is most definitely one of those games. And trust me, we've only seen 10% of what this game has to offer in just weird. Like for example, when I actually chose to follow the objective and not walk on water, actually taking the intended path, I quickly fixated on this building here because something just didn't seem right. I mean, it's missing a wall, this woman's clipping through it, it's not even shaped properly. I have no idea what's going on. When I turned the corner, I noticed another building that was missing a wall, and almost like an AI-generated image, the more you look at it, the more weird things you find. Like, for example, whatever the hell that is in the distance. When I saw this, I went over to it, but on the way, I found an even more cursed building and even more stuff after that. What is going on there? That is not how you build a house. My God, man. Like, how... doors here, you've got random wall in the middle. I guess it's meant to be a corridor, and then it just kind of breaks off over here. The camera's going nuts. I can go up the stairs at least. Are there any kind of secrets? No, but I guess that's normal for a house, isn't it? There you go. If you ever wanted to see what the main character looks like, that's his face. Anyway, on my way to try and figure out what the hell this is, I've already discovered a whole bunch of other stuff. The water is now very clear. Oh my God. And yeah, alright, so I guess it's supposed to look like that in the distance. Yeah, this just ain't right, man. This is, there's definitely something going on with the water physics. And what is, what, my footprints are just JPEGs. If the game is like this already, there is a way to get out of bounds. I'm gonna find it. Give me like, what, 20 minutes? Alright, so since being over there, I've just kind of gone all the way around the border, just seeing if I could find a gap. And the idea is that I was just going to go all the way around, see if I could find some kind of gap, right? I thought, oh, okay, maybe if I jump on a building, I can kind of jump over. No, turns out this first place, this first grand hall, all you have to do is come out of here, just to get out of bounds, by the way, and just go round the corner. That's it. Out of bounds. Alright, so it appears that all this is just bugged out water. You got some nice glowing trees though. They're pretty damn cool. But then you got this. It's just, it looks cool. I'm not bashing the glitch. Maybe it's just a feature. Do you know, I feel like I've progressed so much in this entire series, right? My career doing this, that now I'm teaching my son. I'm teaching my son the glories of going out of bounds and seeing stuff like this. It's beautiful. Whoa! Okay. What are these coffins? Was that... or it's just bones. Not gonna lie, man, I think this may just be the first time where I've genuinely been jump scared into primal fear whilst out of bounds. There's just something really ominous about encountering a bunch of coffins and bones and a barrel. I mean, the barrel's not that... you get what I mean. But this was obviously a bad omen for what's to come, because when we actually progress with the story and take Harry fishing, the town, totally unprepared, quickly goes under attack. And poor little Harry was terrified.
Father, what's going on? I'm so afraid.
Calm down. I need to find a weapon.
To be fair, in hindsight, he has every right to be stressed, because as we'll see in a bit, what will happen to poor little Harry is less than ideal. Anyway, now we need to find some weapons, and for some reason, on my way, I kind of got caught up in the settings again. I did find that I could change the volume though, because the music in this game is extremely loud. However, this slider just doesn't work. I tried multiple times, even just now, and no, it's great to have this feature, but there is a reason why I'm shouting for most of this gameplay. But if you ever doubted for a second that this wasn't a Souls-like, according to the keybinds, you can in fact roll, and we will be doing a lot of rolling soon, because now I'm at the objective. But you see, when I got to this building, I heard something kind of strange. Okay, so I've got to go in here. Ooh.
I'm about to die. There are guns in the chest next to me.
The guns. I'm pretty damn sure I heard guns. Yeah. He definitely said guns. But are there guns in the chest? No. Instead, we've got a Viking shield, a Viking sword, and this very overpowered Zweihander. This is the part of the game where we learn, or should I say, we have to figure out how to do combat. And after going outside, we're first told how to lock onto enemies using tab, which is good to know, but the game at no point tells you how to equip your weapons or even how to attack. Now, thankfully, because I've been messing around with the menu, I already know how to equip weapons, so that's not too difficult. But of course, this game can't just be normal for a second, and the weapons and combat are just... well, you know what? I'm just gonna show you. There you go. I've got my stuff. Gonna attack. Oh, I'm hitting stuff, and yep, I can block like that with a sword. I mean, it works. I guess if it works, it works. I've got no idea how to actually change weapons in this game. I'm taking damage, apparently. What the hell's going on, man? All right, it's just mouse wheel to change weapon, and Jesus Christ, I just realized we're holding a Zweihander with one hand. All right, so I just came down here just to see what the hell happened below the platform. The game is frozen, by the way. Yeah, there we go. It's finally caught up. But whilst doing so, the game froze again. But I saw a glimpse whilst actually holding my shield up that this is how to block in the game with your shield. This is how you use a shield in game, right? Is it the same with the other? I've got two shields. Okay, so that's how you block with that. You just... and with this Zweihander, okay, now it's just changed to this. I don't know what's going on, man. I think I need to kill stuff, though. There's a goblin in the distance. Let's do some combat. What was it? Tab to lock on. Okay. Definitely Dark Souls. I can roll. I can attack. My god, the combat is amazing. It's perfect, and it just flashed into some green goo. There's a lot of blood effects, I think, going on, and maybe too many, along with all the other special effects. But I'm killing. I don't know what this thing is. It died. Whoa! It. What? It just. That was a nuke. That wasn't. That. Well, that's definitely woke me up. Yeah. Right. Okay. So Demon's just taking Harry. He's slamming him into the floor, man. He's just took my child, slammed him into the floor. Look, he's just forgotten how to do his fly animation as well, and Harry's just chilling. There they go. Off into the off into the distance, man. And now we're following an arrow. Oh, look at that. It's stabbing into the demon as an arrow normally does, and it's kind of falling and glitching out. Harry is safe, though, after falling from a great height, and the demon with the flowing arrow in the background is just dead. So, he should be alright. Harry should be alright. I swear to God, man, this child must be bulletproof. We already know he's not flammable. He can withstand a slam from a demon into the ground. And he just fell from God knows what height without a scratch on him. You know what, man? I've got high hopes for this kid. I think he's going to make it through. But after this amazing cutscene, we're now back in town, and we've got to find somebody called Isabella. But on my way to that objective, I found some items on the floor. These little pouches, and it turns out that in this game, you can pick up items. However, when I went to see if I could actually use any of these items, I just for the life of me couldn't find them. I thought there must have been some kind of crafting system, or I don't know, any kind of use. Maybe we could sell these things later. But no, I have a feeling this is one of those features that has absolutely no use. Now, when I finally make it over to Isabella, we get ourselves our first dialogue without any text-to-speech. And to be fair, the dialogue in this game isn't too bad. I mean, the grammar is okay. It's probably the most unbroken thing in this game. But in a nutshell, she tells us that we need to reach Shangri-La and find some wizard to save not just poor Harry, but also this world from whatever evil is going on. However, whilst talking to Isabella, I was drawn to this multiple response dialogue wheel. Now, I was actually quite excited to see this. I thought that maybe it would have multiple endings or different kind of dialogue choices for different characters. Well, I'm just going to spoil it now. This is the only time we see this, and the only choice in this whole dialogue turned out to be just a waste of time. The wizard will find you when the time comes. Everything will make sense. And then we have a choice. It says, I'm not ready, sorry. Well, I have to set out on the path my destiny has shown me. Maybe I can find my son and avenge all that has happened. I'm gonna pick the first option that's different, and I can't believe it. It repeats the whole thing. You gotta love how the only choice just repeats the whole dialogue. But after finally picking the right choice, we find ourselves in a new location, which is also broken, and at this point, so was my brain.
I don't think I'll be able to get through without a fight.
I don't think you will, Ares. I don't think you will. Right, well, now we're in a snowy land. I mean, we were in one before. This game scrambled my brains already. Commentary's not going to happen for a while. I don't even know, man. Is it level 2? Yeah, we're level 2. This is level 2. Look at it. It's amazing. We got snow. We got trees. We got this. The boundary. It's just kind of overlaid images. Oh, look at that. You got a sharp axe, perfect axe, gilded dagger, halberd, wood mace, and a bunch of potions. Now, I actually remember these potions from MA3, and these health up potions and stamina up potions, you need to drink these straight away, so I've got to figure out how to do that. Apparently, it was U to use item, but I can just use them from here. All right, stamina up potion. Yeah, look at that. But use these, it just increases my stamina to an ungodly amount. Okay, so one thing I've noticed about the iconography in this game is that they've clearly just got an icon pack for weapons and thought, yeah, that kind of works with that. So let's see what this axe looks like in reality. If I just bring this out, and you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna bring out this perfect axe as well, because that looks normal. Okay, what do they look like, huh? Well, that's the perfect axe, and I'm holding it the wrong way. Okay, so just gonna smack people with it. And this is the other axe that I'm also holding the wrong way. So You don't chop people with axes, you smack them with axes. I'm going to use this for a bit, though, because I think the Zweihander's cool and all, but I want to see what other weapons do. Look, on the surface, like, at a glance, it looks pretty cool, okay? It looks pretty cool. But when you start doing stuff like this, it just, you smack people with an axe, jumping around with all the special effects. I'm not even jumping, by the way. It's my character's being flung. It just takes it away. Okay, he's dead. Right, enough, and he's died again, and he's gone green. Perfect. Another enemy. It looks like a really weird werewolf. Just gonna stab him. Right, he's dead, like 2 hits. Got another one. Do you know, okay, never mind, I killed him way too quick. This thing's strong. I think it's actually better than the axe. Okay, Zweihander is 70 damage, alright? And then you got these other things like defense range, defense rate, stamina cost, okay? But then, like, this is 25 damage. This is new gear, and this is, what, that's 40? That's 40, that's 35, and that's 60. Using this Zweihander seems like the best choice. Like, why would I use anything else? Right, I've got to... I've actually got to go this way. I don't know, man. I have no idea where I'm meant to... I know where I'm meant to go, but I don't know if there's any obstacles in the way, like, if I'm actually going the right way but going into this cave. And now I'm through the floor. I'm pretty damn sure this is not the right way. Can I get out of here? Is it possible? Alright, hang on. There we go. I think I'm inside something. No way. Okay, I thought I was stuck for a second. So wait a minute, the enemy's now inside this... They followed me inside. Are they stuck? No. No, okay, he's just come back out again. Right, okay. Oh, got more things. Got a Messer, my favorite sword ever, along with this Zweihander. Grey Warhammer, Grey Dagger, a Croatia shield, Denmark shield. You know what? I'm gonna give Croatia a shot. There we go. Okay, right. That definitely doesn't look... There is something really wrong with these shields. Okay, I've got to break down what's going on here. You can see that there's a face on that shield. What does this one look like? That looks like the Croatia shield. You can also see, like, the shape of the shield. Like, it's sort of translucent, and they've just stuck the image on. What happens if I change shield now? Okay, it just does that. My god, dude, how do you do this? How do you manage to do this? Alright, I'm opening the door. I've seen enough. I'm gonna be prepared for this. I'm gonna change to Zweihander and open this door, and I can already see that as the door comes off of its hinges, there is a white wall, a white block, I think, that I may have seen coming here. And let me guess, I've got to walk through it. You can even see it on the minimap that I've fallen off the edge again. And now we're in a pub.
With their eyes on the map and looking for treasure, this team was ready to hit the road. All they wanted was to be rich. Fate continued its fine line.
I have no idea why this guy's wearing a Monday-looking Peaky Blinders hat, which is a weird sentence to say anyway. Alright. Okay, so now I'm here, and I think I'm playing as a Swedish man with a shovel. I don't know what's going on. I think this is meant to be like some sort of flashback, maybe? Flash forward? Maybe this is another character arc? Maybe there are multiple character arcs in this game. It's one of those things where everything comes together, but I've got to go this way. Got to see what's going on over here. And there's a dragon.
They had heard the dragon's voice, but they did not pay attention to it.
Alright, let's see what happens. Well, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. And everybody else as well. Just it's almost like they forgot the cue and they were just like, oh man, oh yeah, we're supposed to die now. Trust me, in the end, this will all make sense. Anyway, now we're in this underground wizard's passage. There's another bonfire to save game and even more loot that unfortunately still isn't as good as this S-tier Zweihander. Which I've got to say is kind of lame, right? They give you this overpowered weapon, a one-handed Zweihander, and all these other cool weapons with these cool icons and these axes that you can't even hold properly. None of them actually seem to be worth your time. And again, if there was just a moment of doubt in your mind, thinking that this was not in fact a Souls-like, regardless of if it has the tag or not, I just rolled into some things and they broke. Granted, they are missing some textures, and it turns out we did actually get some some more items. And as we already know, items are nowhere to be found in your inventory anyway, so I have no idea why they're in the game at all. But what I did like about this level, and what this game does actually get right, is that exploration is rewarded. You see, we have the marker over there, and if we go in that direction, we can get to the end of the level quite easily. But there are different avenues where you can fight enemies you'd otherwise miss and find more loot. But to be honest, after exploring for a bit, I kind of got bored of this place and just jumped off this ledge. And at the bottom, there was this guy who seemed to be guarding this chest quite menacingly, and of course, I stole everything from the chest before also stealing his wallet. But after doing so, this game takes a bit of a weird turn, and yet again, I'm left kind of confused about the situation. Oh. Another cutscene. I swear to God, I saw a truck in the distance. Okay. Pretty damn sure he's the Witcher. And he's sitting on some skulls, and there's a fire dragon.
The sorcerer fights with all his might against the Azazel.
I mean, first of all, saying Azazel like that is hilarious, but now I'm playing as Geralt of Rivia, apparently, who's also still floating. It looks like, though, I've got the same gear as before. And apparently this was like over, what, 350 years ago, so I don't know how the hell I've still got this equipment. Yes, the same stuff, man. It's actually the same gear. I'm gonna have a mess of this time. Oh! I can actually do magic. Look at this. I can do different magic now. The magic's unlocked for me. I don't know if any of this stuff actually does anything. Like, ice, does it freeze enemies? I'm gonna have to test this stuff out. Right, check this out. I can see a demon in the distance. Can I use magic? Whoa! I'm really interested to see what all these different spells do. Okay, that one I couldn't really see too well. I have no idea if it's doing any damage to them, because besides... What's going on? Why am I going through buildings? I actually can't... Dude, what? Stop. I actually can't stop. This is my life now. I've just been pushed through... Okay, cool. It seems like the more I play this game, the more confused I become, but this glitch in particular will come in handy later. Now, when I eventually made it back to where that demon was, they were nowhere to be found. However, I did find another chest with more weapons in it, but this time, one of them was actually better than the Zweihander. This shining sword with about 80 damage, that's 10 more than the Zweihander, will help me with what we're about to encounter next. Although, when I progressed forwards to the main objective, I had another very broken encounter with one of the demons. Alright. Is this guy gonna fling me across the map? He's definitely teleporting. Whoa. Okay. And after fighting this guy, he has permanently stuck me in this position. So I guess we're gonna be running like this for a while. Honestly, the best thing about getting stuck at an angle is that you can actually see how broken the minimap is. Not only am I tilted, but so is the camera. So technically, we just got 2 bugs for the price of 1. But regardless of that, nothing could have prepared me for the sequence of events that was to come. Not gonna lie, man, as goofy as it looks, I really like the look. Okay. I like the look of this place, right? It looks disgusting, but it's, I guess it's the purple, right? It's on brand, but look at it. You know people are going to at least try and explore, right? You know people are going to come up here, but then they see this random block of crystals just over there. You could see the abyss. You could probably go out of bounds if you really wanted to. All right, the situation is this. I need to open this door, but I can't because I think my character's bugged out from just being like this. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get through. Apparently, I just walked through. And there wasn't even anything. It was just a wall there. And I'm called Robert.
Zozo was waiting for him. The battle was as close as a breath.
Right. I've got to kill the Azazel. Alright, my name's Robert. I've got to kill the Azazel. There are things on the floor, though. Can I pick this up? Apparently I can. Health up potion. Okay. I'm going to pick up things and see if I can use them to buff myself before fighting these demons. That sounds like a good idea. I have no idea. Christ! He's just going mental on the spot. Like, what's he doing? Let me pick it up, man. Let me pick this up. Okay, I can't pick it up then. I guess I'm not allowed. He's just teleporting to me, dude. Like, how bugged do you need enemies to be? Oh god, he's got a lot of health. Alright, so far the combat has just been this. Okay. Oh, now I'm flying. Oh god. Oh, that guy's joined in. I'm flying again. Do you know what? I don't even think I'm flying. I think it's the camera. Yeah, the camera's bugging out. Is he alright? What's he actually doing? This guy's having such a hard time. He just doesn't want to exist in this reality. Apparently I'm stuck on this guy. Alright. Oh, okay. He's doing something else now. Right, okay. Zozo increases his power. Death spell. This is one of the greatest spells of some kind of bodily and aura origin. Before a Zozo can respond to the spell, you must finish him off. Generally, you can use up to 10%. This is a limit. If you cross the border, you die. Use 8% power of death spell. What spell is that? Is it that one? It looks like it. Do I just press 6 and then... I have no idea where he is. My god, whoa! He's just draining my health! He's on top of me. So he kind of like jumps on top of you, has like this weird spell, and then it just drains all of it, all of your health. And I think I'm gonna die. I could really do with some health right now. Can I kill him? Oh no. Oh, okay, I have a feeling that I may have just died, but this just came up. As Zozo increases his power, the only way to stop him is to increase the power of death spell to 10% and activate Pandora's box. Trap all demons in this box. Use 10% of death spell power. Right. Oh, and... What? So I just died. And we got a cutscene. Yeah, I don't really know why I was so surprised about this, but I'm gonna be fully transparent with you right now. It took me about an hour and a half to beat this guy. You see, he has a lot of health, and we don't do that much damage, and we gotta get him down to about half health before he does a little cutscene, and we get this dialogue, which, by the way, these aren't instructions. This is some kind of narration about what I guess we, Robert, are doing. Originally, I thought that we had to cast some kind of death spell, but no, that's completely not the case. But yeah, killing this guy is much easier said than done. And trust me, I did try. I wasn't just trying to hack and slash this guy in a corner. I was also messing around with the spells, but I may have just discovered a very overpowered spell that put me in a pretty bad place. Oh! Oh! Okay. What happened to him? No way. There we go. Look, you can just delete enemies. Brilliant. I have cleared all the enemies. I have defeated them, but unfortunately, the wrong way. So I gotta figure out a way to get out of bounds so I can restart this. This really wasn't an ideal situation. Somehow I managed to completely delete all the enemies, including the boss, with this one spell. By doing so and technically defeating the boss, the game didn't count it as a win. So eventually I had to quit my game, and thankfully I did save before this fight. And also, thankfully, the save system does work, so it really wasn't too much trouble getting back into the fight. However, it was still quite tricky trying to kill this guy. A lot of the times he would just roll into me, do a lot of damage, and he would just keep doing the same attack again and again. I mean, his hitboxes really aren't that easy to predict with all the random animations anyway, but at one point, I did use some of the potions that were on the floor. However, I purposefully didn't use all of the potions because I wanted to see if I could still hold on to these few after I died. And it turns out, yes you do. So instead of using skill, the plan was quite simply to pick up all the potions on the floor, die, pick up more potions, die again, rinse and repeat. Now, to make this process even faster, this demon right here, the same demon that pushed me through all those buildings earlier, would still push me outside of the map every time I hit it. And because thankfully enough, the Out of Bounds does have a kill floor, it's a very quick way to reset and collect more potions. So after about 30 minutes of collecting potions, I buffed myself up to the absolute maximum and finally took on the Azazel. But the events after this only left me more confused. One more slice, one more slice, one more slice, come on. It's like... Right, we got another one. Okay, we got a whole other bit to do. A whole other bit to do on this much health. I'm not too confident, man. But we got a cutscene for it. Hang on. Did we do it? No, I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay. I think we did it. We actually did it. It took me hours. I actually finally did it. And now we're here.
Yes, the cat knows the right way.
What the fuck, man? We spawn in. The first thing this guy says, I guess the cat knows the way. I'm following following this random ass asset cat. And the great thing about it as well is it already tells you where you need to go. But it wants you to follow a cat. Do you know what? I'm gonna not follow a cat. You know, at least these houses look like houses. They actually look normal. And there's some women over there. And there's a whole hole in here. Is this another out of bounds area? This is another out of bounds. The start point was over there. And again, we got another out of bounds straight out the map. And there's a white box there. I have a feeling that that's probably going to trigger something. I don't know, man. Let's see. Is it a good idea? I don't know. And it does. It actually triggers something. I have no idea. I don't know.
Treasure hunters
I don't even know.
From their slumber and questioned their motives. They had seen a sign in their dreams that they should not.
Is this just an alternate path?
However, they would soon continue on their way from where they left off.
Right, so I'm now back with these guys, but did I trigger what I was meant to trigger? Was I meant to go that way? Did I just find a completely different path? Is this an alternate ending? Have I just found a secret ending? This looks like the same assets from Zozo. Are we gonna have to fight that guy again? I am not gonna fight this guy with a spade, I swear to God. Right, okay, I guess we're gonna have to... Is Zozo round 2 then? I'm so not looking forward to this. I tell you what though, man, as much as there is sun glare, this looks way better than it did before. It actually looks kind of aesthetic. You know, it's very glowy, but it looks much better than before. And there's a chest, I think. That's the Pandora's chest, isn't it? It just appeared, and let me guess. We're gonna open it because we're treasure hunters. Yeah. It didn't even open when he did the animation, but who cares? Okay.
Zozo has awakened from his slumber. Now the whole world is on the verge of extinction. Will Ares reach Shangri-La? So what happened to Harry?
Wait, that was it.
Next season.
Well, there you go. We just beat the game. This is only season 1, by the way, so there is nothing else. But there is one thing that I needed to clarify. Because, of course, instead of following the white cat earlier, we walked into this white block, and honestly, I thought we found some kind of Easter egg, some hidden ending. So I reloaded my save, and this time actually followed the cat. But all it did was take us over to this guy here, which I'm pretty sure is the same guy we played as earlier. And there you go. It's the same cutscene. It's the same chain of events. I don't know how they managed to just leave this thing here. This giant gap in the world. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know why we had to follow this white cat. I mean, the marker was right there. We didn't need this cat. I don't know, man. This whole game is an absolute mess, and for this price, the most you're gonna get out of it is a good laugh. You can, however, play the demo for free, but also, there is a prologue. Now, I won't go into too much detail about this. There really isn't that much to see. It's a lot of the same stuff, but weirdly enough, it did actually feel more like an RPG, where there is a main quest, but you can still explore and find different things. Although, just to be clear, I still wouldn't really call it an RPG. It's, I mean, yeah, you basically get the point. Anyway, that was Dark Days Devil Hunt. What an experience. Of course, a massive thanks to all my supporters over on Patreon. You guys are awesome. And of course, a massive thanks to all of the supporters on this channel as well. Thank you very much for getting yourself whizzed. But of course, finally, a massive shout out to all of my Wicked Slayers and Cyber Wizards. Gibbles by the dozen. Nick, I've dealt with Ghost before. I am not gonna deal with that Waller. The Cuddly Bot, Camille B, Negadan, the one with severed toes, Blixt, Anakra, Rare Alex, Basto, Finra, Linker, Mr. Pine, Spooky, King Swing, Distant Reality, Legayana, Dragofunyan, Alex Nips, Arcadius, Adam, Bulky, Chris Blager, Scotched Eggs, Big Ram, Grimber, and Umbifsks. I can't. I'll see you in the next one, where you know what? I'm gonna be playing a whole library full of games.